Let's go to Copper Break State Park. Well, here we are, Copper Break State Park. And that was a drive, a long, windy drive coming through the northwest part of central Texas. Copper Break State Park is located just south, about 15 miles south of the little town of Quanah. And I hope I'm saying that right. Quanah. It's off of 287. So we're gonna do a quick site review, and then I'm gonna jump on the scooter and we're gonna go see some stuff. We're in site number 13, and as you can see there, all the sites are pretty well the same. It is level, it's an asphalt pad, 30, 50, and water. It does slope a little bit back here, and it is, by the way, it is the first, not the first, it is the end of September 27th, 2019, and it still feels like July. It is hot. We do have a structure to keep the sun and the rain off of you, and it's built in the shape somewhat, I guess, of a teepee. That's over a wooden table. There's a single lantern pole, place to burn some wood, and a place to cook some charcoal. Unfortunately, since there was a rainstorm last night, the burn ban has been lifted, so we'll be having a fire tonight. Right across the street is a playground. It's kind of a jungle gym and a slide set up. The restrooms are right there. The restrooms are a little bit dated, but there's good water pressure. We plan on taking a shower in that shower this evening. All right, so let's get on the scooter and go see what else there is to see. I'm out running around on the scooter, kind of doing a pre-scout for the scooter run. Ended up here in the equestrian camp. I just had to share this view with you. Man, it's so quiet. I can only hear the wind blowing through the trees. I sure wish I could set up camp out here on top of this hill. All right, let's go see some more stuff. So I'm at the very end of the park road, which is a primitive camping area. Look at this. That's your view. How cool is that? What a vista. Copper Break State Park. You might want to come check this one out. Copper Breaks is in the dark sky, and of course the mower's going to show up as I'm talking about this, but these are pads for telescopes because this is a very dark place at night. I have made it down to the boat ramp. I did not even know Copper Break State Park had a boat ramp. There was a whole lot of rain out here over the last couple of days, so the lake is high and it's muddy. You can actually buy worms up at the store. So we're heading that way because there's some cool stuff up there. Stick with me, more to come. Now I don't know if I can get to the fishing pier or not, but we're gonna try because there's a low water crossing. And I don't know how deep it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So we'll have to look at the fishing pier another day. Water and electric batteries don't mix. We're gonna turn around and take a look, see how deep that water is. Yeah, that's way too deep. Way too deep for Little Red. There's a wild turkey right there. There's a whole bunch of wild turkeys. They'll probably scatter before we get there. Check them out. There they are. That's cool. They have a really cool museum here at Copper Break State Park. Big bronze bison. This is actually one of the better state park museums that I have had the privilege of visiting. Made that windmill out of a wagon wheel. Brands. All right, so that gives you an idea of what the museum is like here at Copper Break State Park. Come out here, pay a visit, and see it for yourself. Let's go see some more stuff. I'm up here on the Scenic overlook. I just finished the FPV scooter run, and I had to come back over here just to check this out. That is just so neat. I wish we'd have had the ability to get to the fish dock. But alas, we did not. All right, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna head back to camp. So here we are at Copper Break State Park. Not a whole lot going on here at Copper Break State Park, to be quite honest. I can't get the scooter down to the fishing pier because of high water. I could have always take the truck, but we're here for one night. We've been driving for 5 hours, and then I scootered for 2. Copper Breaks is a neat place. I'm not gonna put it in my top 5. There's just not a lot going on here. So one thing of note, Little Red's having some serious issues. I think I've got a broken wire somewhere on the throttle. When I was doing the FPV tour, started out strong, and then all of a sudden it lost power. I was able to travel at about the mid-range. So there's a low, medium, and high switch. The high switch is wide open, go full out, high speed. Low is it's a little faster than normal walking pace. Medium is kind of a good jog. Wide open, we're 18 miles an hour, which is great for the scooter tours. For the first half of my scouting, I was at full power, and then all of a sudden it was at medium power. I did what I do. I just kept, I pressed on, and I got up to the gate at that medium power setting, and you saw the video of the museum, that's very cool, by the way. And then I started running back on the scooter tour, and it was still on medium speed, but about halfway through the FPV, it started kind of bumping. It's the only way I can explain it. Bumping up into high speed. And the next thing I know, I'm able to go wide open, full speed. First half of the FPV tour is at medium. The second half is wide open until I get to the very end. And I turn around to come back to Ms. V, and it drops back down into that medium setting. So I'm thinking there's a short in the wiring harness somewhere on the fork. It's entirely possible that the next 7 FPV tours are done at slower than normal pace. I'll figure it out. I don't have any choice. I can't call the company. I can't send them an email. I could, but they won't respond. What good would that do? In this exact moment, I don't know what I'm gonna do, what's gonna happen. Stay tuned, more to come. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Sun's coming up. We're going to be getting on the road here in about an hour. But before I got on the road, I jumped in the truck. I wanted to come down here and at least get some pictures of the fishing dock. But I don't know if you can, how well you can see. Let me back up and show you this first. All right, it's closed for repairs. Subject to citations. I can tell you right now that there's not enough of interest over there for me to want to get a citation. So, good thing I didn't plan on doing any fishing on the fishing dock yesterday. Now, on a hot summer day, when you're camped at Copper Breaks, you might want to go jump in the water and cool off. Therefore, they have a swimming area. It's a pretty area. That's actually about the only place where you can get to the bank on the water here too. So if you're gonna do some fishing, like you wanna catch that big old catfish that's feeding in the water right there, then this is the place to do it. Because you can't get to the water anywhere else. More to come. Well, that brings us to the end of our visit to Copper Breaks State Park. To summarize, this one doesn't get me too excited. I'm gonna be honest. There's not a whole lot for the mobility challenged person to do here, especially since you can't get on the fishing dock, and there's no other water access that I could find except for the swimming area. It's a unique park. A nice stopover, so one or two night maybe would be all right. It's kind of out of the way. If you're headed up towards Wichita or past Wichita Falls, if you're headed up to Amarillo or going somewhere else, this would be worth a visit just because it's so unique. Will we be back on future journeys to Colorado? Perhaps, yes. Hey, if this is your first visit to DudeRv, click on the subscribe button down there. I post new videos every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Sure would enjoy having you come along with me as I'm exploring all of these beautiful campgrounds. Click on the bell, that way you'll be notified when I post a new video. For those of you who have been riding along, I am so very deeply honored. I really appreciate every view, every thumbs up. Thank you. Our next destination is on Lake Meredith. We're going to the vendor-operated campground on Lake Meredith. In case you don't know, Lake Meredith it's a national recreation area. If you want to dry camp, it's my understanding that it doesn't cost anything. But if you want connections, water, electric, then you're using the vendor-operated campground, which is what we're going to check out. We're gonna spend one night there. We gotta get on the road, so let's go to Lake Meredith. Guess the last thing I've got to say is, y'all come back now, you hear?